back to the Crazy Cat Podcast, episode 50 of season 4. I am joined by my usual co-host, Reverse Mailman, and SRJ, and today we're going to be doing a tier list, again, I know you guys love the tier list, of every single episode of the podcast.
Brutal.
So, as you guys can see here, we have the tier list up for everyone to see with all the great episodes on there. But you might notice as soon as I click off of Discord, you won't be able to see it for a slight second. I know you guys can, but the viewers cannot. So I am basically trying my best to click on Discord as much as possible so you guys can see what we're doing. This is part of the reason why when we did our tier list previously, it,
didn't work.
Yeah. So this time we're actually doing something a little bit different. Where we didn't create the tier list beforehand. We're making the tier list right now. We're doing this from scratch. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, support us on Patreon, all that stuff. Link will always be in the description below. But let's start with season 1. So as you guys know, we actually did something a little bit different. So we have season. So actually, on this channel, there's actually an episode called Crazy Cat Beta, which was an idea. The idea of Crazy Cat Podcast was a thing, but we didn't actually establish it until episode 1. So there is one episode that isn't on here that you might see at the bottom of, if you scroll to the oldest on the channel. That's just one of my videos that I put on there, and it's basically Crazy Cat Beta, but it's not on the tier list.
Like the zero?
Yeah, so it's like episode 0, whatever, but it's not. I'm not going to count it because you guys weren't established. The idea of Crazy Cat Podcast wasn't really like set in stone yet. Like I said, the original members was me, Contendo, and Jet, I think. And Contendo's off doing his own thing now. Look, he's a great guy. I love the guy. I'm surprised we haven't even had him on the show yet, but he's gone off and done amazing things. And he's currently addicted to the rabbits at the moment. So shout out to him. And also, and then season 1 was pretty much mostly 2020. We didn't really know what we were doing back then. Season 2.
I don't think anyone did. We were just.
We can't hear you when you lean back like that, just so you know.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Season 1, we didn't really know what we were doing. We were trying to figuring it out. Season 2 is when we actually established Fairy Fountain as well, which is not going to be on this tier list. It's just going to be the main show. Otherwise, it would get too chaotic. As you can see, it's already very long. And
Beefcake of a tier list.
Season 1 only had 13 episodes. Season 2 had 19. Season 3 technically only has 39, but on the playlist it says 40. Season 3 is really when we started getting kicked into gear, and this really started to be an important thing for us. Season 2, we were like, it's the middle stage, right? And then now we decided to establish something different. So season 3 is still continuing, right? We ended season 3 on episode 40, and basically that was because we only made 40 episodes in 2023. In 2024, we actually haven't made that many episodes, and we're basically every single year is going to be a new season, but we're going to continue keeping that episode count up. So even though this is episode 50, we're of season 4. That's just because it's like year 4, and then we're just going to continue going with the episodes from here. So we're going to get to like episode 1,000,000. That's the goal, is episode 1,000,000. And then
let's go.
Season 1.
I'm gonna sit that tier list down.
Oh, now we're not doing. This is This is probably the only video we're gonna do like this. Maybe we might do it for Fairy Fountain, but I think that's too irrelevant because it was a news-based show. But this is actual like interesting topics that maybe we're looking at this list and we're like, maybe we should revisit that.
Yeah.
And if
you could go back.
Yeah, you can go back and watch all the old episodes.
Rewatch
we have a playlist. We have a podcast tab. if you want to watch all that or listen to all that. But I've also been posting shorts as well of all of our old episodes. So if you don't have time to watch a full video, you can always go back and check out those shorts. There's a playlist of all the shorts that we have, and most of them are clips from older episodes. So you can check that out as well. But yeah, so season one
Yeah, and if
had.
you're interested,
Go
if you're
ahead.
interested in any future ones, make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that whole
Anyways,
situation.
season one had 13 episodes. Season two had 19. Season three had 40, but I made a mistake, and there's no episode 37. And season four has technically, what did I say, 10 episodes, and that's why this is episode 50, because not only are we missing episode 37, but there's also two episode 46s. So, and
It's a
also,
good number.
what would be
We like
cool,
that number.
Solid number right there.
I was hoping that we have all seen our older episodes, because
Not all of them.
what's great about this channel is that there's a lot of people on it, and I'm not on some episodes, y'all ain't on some episodes, so hopefully we can have a good little
I've seen
discussion
most of
about,
them.
like, oh, that was a great idea, maybe we should revisit it, or, I did watch that video even though I wasn't in it, and that's a good S tier video because I watched it and it was fantastic. So I'm hoping something along those lines starts to happen here. But I think we should get our butt into gear because there is a lot of episodes, in total about 81. So, but we should be able to get through this pretty quickly, I think, and we should get this one done in under an hour, because this isn't like, oh yeah, let me describe the whole track and put it on a tier list.
Yeah, don't wanna spoil it.
This is like, go watch the video if you want context, but like this video was like absolute dog crap. Putting it in D tier, like, um, so, episode one, Crazy Cat Podcast, episode one, top 10 games of all time. This is our very, very first episode, and this is a very good linchpin for a lot of our episodes going forward, because we asked this question of, we asked the top three of every guest that we have on the show. We asked that question of them, and because it was our first episode, we look. I would say I look back on this episode very fondly after watching these shorts and kind of reminiscing on it. Obviously, we had a lot of technological hurdles because we sounded like garbage, and the footage in the background wasn't very podcasty. There was a gameplay in the background, which is not what you're supposed to have for a podcast.
I've actually seen a lot of podcasts that actually include like footage of stuff, like from especially anime.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's B
videos,
roll.
but
It's like extra like context footage for what they're talking about. That's if with a full time editor and someone who has time to look at their video. But when the first episode,
yeah, it's kind of slow when it's one guy who
the
has
first episode,
stuff
I'm
going
pretty
on.
sure was just me splicing in footage from other people's let's plays and my let's plays. So that wasn't very good polished wise, but the topics discussed were very in detail, and in terms of like the actual
Yeah,
podcast
I
part,
had
it was good. And in my personal opinion, one of our better episodes from this season.
I
Honestly,
had a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that one, but it was also like 2 hours.
it was. I don't know where on earth you got the top three things. I think we did a top 10 for literally everybody.
Did we do top 10 for everybody? I think we
Yeah.
I
I think we
think we
cut it
did.
down. No, we didn't.
Yeah, we for the first one, it was top 10 favorite video games.
No, that's for
Yeah, no, I
our
think
video. I'm talking about guests. Every guest that we have on the show, we ask them that question, like Napoleon and Cameron,
Oh.
and we ask them like, "What are your favorite?" Like the first question was like, "What are your top three favorite games?" Because like that was our first episode. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about our guests.
yeah,
Okay.
honestly, like, uh, God, I just remember it being a 2 hour long, and it was
Yeah,
brutal.
we were very verbose.
Yeah.
What
I
I
had a lot of
remember
fun.
that
It
is
was
that
it was
I remember that I look back on that episode and remember, okay, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
and found a new respect for anyone who does this, like, a lot. Like, their
It's
whole lives are built around this.
it's kind of crazy because back then, like, I kind of knew what I was doing, but also like I didn't have a computer or anything. I was recording off of my phone, and now at my internship, they're like, "Looks like you have a knack for podcasting. We might want you to do our podcast." And it's like, we'll give you the stuff that you need, just produce it. And I'm like, holy, this is a great opportunity, and like I know what I'm doing now because I've done the research, and but I just don't have money. Like I have a good mic right now, but like this is not even close to what they're. And on top of that, a good podcast would have a studio, and we would be all in the same place, and we would also have
Yeah, well,
two or
we
three
could do
different
that. I tell
cameras
you that.
instead of going on Discord. So
Yeah, we
Ah, yeah.
didn't do a
college
very good job of
students.
that. We're high school and college students.
yeah, we were high school back then. I believe all of us were. Anyways,
Our first
Yeah.
started anyway.
anything else about? I mean, we got 80 episodes to get through. I think this is a good A tier. It's not our best work, but it's one of an episodes that I look fond upon.
Yeah, it's a B tier.
Yeah.
Despite it being our
I
first
look
attempt and a
back
colossal
also
mess,
say
I think we did pretty well.
yeah, I'd say B, not for quality, but for fond memories.
Fair.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Alrighty. B. Alrighty, episode 2, Super Mario 64. I want to do more. Oh, actually, going back to episode 1, sorry. I want to revisit this.
Uh-huh.
I want to revisit this topic in 2024 or 2025, depending on when we. I think I want to wait for the Switch 2. Just like where are our top 5 favorite games now that we lived through an entire console generation. Obviously the podcast has always only been around for 4 years, but I started my YouTube in 2017. That's when the Switch came out. So my content has lived through an entire console generation. So how are we feeling now
Mhm.
in 2025 or 4? What are our top 10 favorite games of all time? So it's definitely a topic we can revisit. Episode 2,
Yeah,
I
depending
go ahead.
depending on
Let's
how you
hopefully
see
make
it,
this thing shorter.
you just look at the PlayStation instead. Look at the PlayStation
Yeah.
instead, and it's been
Oh yeah,
longer
I've
than the
actually
one.
played more PlayStation games now that I have a PS5, so maybe my top 10 has changed. You never know. Anyways,
Sounds alright.
Mario 64 episode 2. This was an idea that I had.
Oh boy.
D.
And we have revisited we've revisited it kind of. We've had an episode solely dedicated to Twilight Princess. I still want to bring this idea back.
Oh
There's still
boy.
other games that I want to talk about and do like a retrospective discussion on, but I just don't think you guys are fit for that type of discussion, especially at 6 in the morning.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I would
Yeah,
love
no, we
to
were
have
not
just an
built for
in-depth
that.
discussion about a game, about one that I've played, and about one that isn't in the 6 in the morning.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so
Oh,
like
we
we
were
can't
built for
start with
this.
Mario
Also, it was 6 in
Galaxy.
the morning.
Like we can't start with Mario Galaxy. You can't be like, oh yeah, let's start with the third game in the series. Like I want to start with the first one. It's like, okay, so how does that evolve? How does that transition into Sunshine and Galaxy and Odyssey? And then it's just
We
like,
could absolutely
game
start with
good.
Galaxy.
Never played it, and it was just like, God damn it. So I was like, so good idea. Obviously, we're not going to talk about 64 again, but like I do want to do specific game focused episodes and just a little just go
That
back
would
and
be
talk
fun.
about
Yeah.
games. And I guess this could technically tie into gamer palette as well, because at that point we would be solely talking about that one game that eventually we will play, because at that point we would have played it recently,
Yeah.
and we've kind of done that as well, but in a different way. We did a whole let's play of Super Mario 3D World, Wii, and Wonder, and then we talked about the game solely. So we kind of brought that idea back, but it was more so related to another series. So it was a little different. Instead of doing like a retrospective, we were like, okay, how is it looking in 2024 since we literally just played it? So anyway, D tier. This was god awful, but still an area that I want to revisit. Episode 3, top 10 favorite Pokemon, featuring a guest Nolstad. Was that? Did you want to talk about 64 again? Hello.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about
No,
64
it's just
still? Oh,
hold
okay.
on. I'm gonna. My stream might be.
Oh, he's gone.
Alright, good. But I'm still here.
Anyways, while he comes back, what are your thoughts on episode 3, top 10 favorite Pokemon? Oh, are you back?
Hello.
Are you back?
Oh, yep. There we go. Yeah, my stream was frozen for a second there.
Okay. So episode 3, top 10 favorite Pokemon featuring Nullstad.
Mm.
I don't remember this one.
It was about as long
I remember.
as the first episode, but it was a lot more enjoyable because we had. Because the thing with the first episode is I'm not really good at those kind of top 10, like those emotional ones. Like
See,
this is my favorite because yada yada yada.
the
This
top
I was a
10
little more
favorite
familiar
video
with it.
games, episode 1 was an hour and 51 minutes, episode 2 was an hour and 16.
Was it?
Or
I remember it being
episode
shorter.
3, sorry. Episode 3.
I remember it being shorter.
Episode 2 is 41
yeah,
minutes.
episode 3. Yeah, that makes sense.
Episode 3.
Yeah, favorite Pokemon. That's always fun. You know,
Mhm.
I actually had to go in and like figure out what the order of my favorite Pokemon was. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I have ones that I like. And they've added like a ton since.
Oh yeah, my list has completely changed since making that video, like entirely. So
I think the order for mine has changed, but not the actual. But a vast majority of the Pokemon have
I
stayed the
will
same. But that's
I will say that like Sword and Shield was just kind of meh. Scarlet and Violet really stepped it up in terms of Pokemon designs. And some of my favorites come from there because just the whole concept, like Alolan forms or regional variants are great, but like now we're really getting into
Yeah, I
like
love those.
convergent forms and paradox forms, and like there's some pretty sick
I
stuff
love
coming.
Paradox.
Yeah, pretty sick stuff coming out of Scarlet and Violet, and maybe even Legends ZA. I'm
Man.
excited because Gen 6 is my favorite.
I
so.
am too. Yeah, I'm really excited for Mega Evolution. I
Oh,
want that. I want
it's
some
coming
good
back,
ones.
baby. Yes.
I'm
Oh,
really
man.
excited for the return.
Now, give me like I don't give me like Mega Palpitoad or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Another thing too, we need Nolstad back on the pod. We need to bring him back. No.
Oh yeah, that
No
would be. I remember he really liked. I remember he really liked Toxicroak.
True. Anyways, how are we
That's
feeling?
what I remember about him.
This is very middle of the road episode. You know, we were getting to the groove still, but I would say it's a little better than episode 1 because now we knew what we were doing, and we were able to get a guest in there. So I would say just like above episode 1 in B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd say.
agree, disagree. Okay, moving on. Episode
Yeah.
4, Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, the review.
Yo.
That was when we actually started to get slightly good at this.
That was 35 minutes. That was the shortest episode so far.
Dang. You know, 35 minutes. I'd say that's a good amount for an episode.
Yeah.
Like that's not like
If that's
insanely
spent-
long. That's.
Oh,
I'd
the only
watch a
thing that
35
sucks is
minute
that
video for sure.
we done one on Sonic 1. We did one on Sonic 2. We're gonna do one on Sonic 3. How come we didn't do one for the Knuckles show? I watched it.
Because I didn't watch it.
You gotta watch
Most of us
it.
didn't.
Oh.
We're missing.
figure out how to
There's a
watch it, I
gap in
guess.
the lore that we're gonna be missing in December. Anyways, I think this is the first episode.
That's on
Where
I
me.
heard it was okay.
it's not anything special, but it would be a good episode. But no, this was great. This was nice, concise. This was relevant. This was timely. I think I don't remember when it originally came out because we originally posted on my channel and then we moved over to our own channel.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of our greater episodes. This one's goated. It has a sequel.
Yeah.
Like
It's the
it's
first one that we
concise.
and I feel like we nailed.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm really happy about this one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'd honestly say this one's an A.
Solid A tier.
A tier. And it's a great thumbnail. The original thumbnail. All right, episode 5, which is actually a two-parter. This is our predictions for Fighters Pass 2, specifically the fighters. So in part 1 we did the fighters, and in part 2 we did the stages. So in part 1, so I guess
I think I guessed like 3 Mekon.
you're
And then,
we're
like,
having a hard time hearing you. It keeps going in and out. I don't know why.
I don't know, maybe it's because I keep leaning back. That's better.
Yeah, but all we see is your lips. uh,
Yeah, I can't. It's not functional, man.
uh,
You can't leave it like this.
that's why you gotta get on your computer
Yeah, so you
again.
guessed like 3 me costumes.
Hang on, I'm switching over to the computer. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, you 3 characters that would eventually become me
Yeah.
costumes. Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe.
I don't
Yeah, I
remember
don't
what my
remember.
predictions were, but I know
I
I
don't-
got Steve right, and I'm
I don't
happy about.
remember
Oh,
what
I predicted Sora too. I think.
Like I knew. I don't know if I predicted it in the video, but I know. I'm pretty sure I knew like pretty confidently that Pyra and Mithra were gonna be in there.
Yeah.
I just remember what I do remember is coming up with like move sets for them, and I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. I do remember that. That was a lot of fun. This again, honestly, we haven't really done one like this, a prediction style video in this way. We did well, actually no, that's not true. We did one for did we
That's
do
like
one did we do one for Mario Wonder? But we did one for the Mario Kart. I know that. Did we do one for Mario Wonder?
A predictions?
Yeah.
What would we have predicted? I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. Oh, I'm looking. I can see all the thumbnails right here. We did. We did have a predictions video right here.
Dang.
Um, we need to do more.
better.
Predictions videos are so much fun. I mean, back in the day, we used to make little
Yeah.
predictions for Mario Maker. The mini mushroom's gonna come, guys. The mini mushroom's gonna come, and it never came. So I think that'll be a
Gee, I
lot of
still
fun to
want the
do
ice
more
flower.
predictions. But yeah, unfortunately, this is hard to rank because I don't know if the video was like super good, but it's also irrelevant now. So, I mean, I guess you can look back on it and say like good predictions, like you got 2 or 3 of them right, cool. But it's just kind of
Well, if
irrelevant
anything,
now.
you can just look for like the cool like move set concept.
Yeah.
Better.
Um.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not using that mic. Just so you know, it's using your laptop mic.
Yeah, out loud.
So you see the microphone? There's a little arrow underneath it. You should be able to switch it to. Is it muted? Like, is there a button on the wire?
Was not
You're gonna have
There
to
we
talk a
go.
little louder, and it should be
Talk
good.
like this.
Yeah, you should be good. It's not the greatest quality, but you should be
Yeah.
good. That's why you should support us on Patreon.
Okay.
Anyways,
So
so
these-
these episodes, I would say, very middle of the road. Are they better than our top 10s? I think because of the irrelevancy, they might go lower.
Yeah.
I need some help here,
I
guys.
mean,
Come
they were
on.
relevant, like, at the moment.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
not.
what video in particular are you talking about? Like the Smash Bros. Fighters prediction?
Yeah, we're talking about episode
Buddy,
5 and
I mean,
I've
6.
yeah, I
only
mean,
maybe watched these things like once.
We're talking about episodes 5 and 6.
okay,
yeah,
so we're
that.
also talking about 6.
Yes, because
Okay.
it's a
Yeah,
part 2.
I had a lot of fun coming up with concepts. That was really fun. I don't think go there for the predictions at all. I mean, you could see how correct we were, but I think just for concepts, I don't think it's completely irrelevant. Like just ideas, brainstorming, like that was fun. That was good.
Yeah.
If that's what you're interested in, like if you're like me and you're interested in video game ideas, then that's a good reason to go there.
Right. All right. So where does it go then?
I'd give him like C or B.
Is one better than
Low
the
B,
other,
yeah.
or just 5
I'd
and
I honestly
say
had a lot
I'd
more
say the
fun
fighters.
recording the fighters themselves.
the fighter themselves?
Yeah, the
Okay.
fighters is definitely more interesting
Yeah.
inherently.
All right. Episode 7. Defending our favorite Minecraft mods. We actually had a few guests on this
Mobs or
one.
mods?
Mobs. Like,
Mobs. Yeah,
we
it's
had a few guests on this one.
mobs.
We had Knowles Dodd and it's not Moon anymore. It is Evasia. And
So impressed with ourselves, I tell you that.
I think this was a good video. It was the first time we
Yeah.
had a returning guest, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would say maybe it's a little too short for the topic and how many people. We probably rushed it.
Well, how long was it?
It was only 39 minutes for 5 people, 6 people, 6 people. Oh, no, 5 people.
To talk about one mob? Like
no.
that's not bad.
Oh, right. This isn't a top 10. This is defending our. We got to bring that back. We got to bring back the defending.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. It'll allow
But-
us to make shorter videos.
If we bring that back, you
But seriously,
guys
some of our
have
most
to
popular
have
videos are...
some sort of rebuttal, because last time Liam was like, "Yeah, but what about this?" And then Jet said nothing. It's like
I was not
like,
good
oh
at
yeah,
this.
my
and we
favorite
kinda
mob is a Minecraft slime, and you're like, well, yeah, but you're gooey. And then that was the end of the conversation. So this was, now that I remember it, because again, there's 5 people, and it was so short. I would love to bring this idea back, but it would require a lot more response and a lot more fighting and a lot more bickering, and that didn't happen. And so now that
dude,
I
I'm so
remember,
down to bicker. I'm so down to bicker.
now that I remember what happened, I'm realizing this is a little lower than I originally envisioned. So probably below the Fighters Pass episode, because that was a lot of fun.
definitely a
This,
C.
Oh, I liked it.
the idea was great, but
'Cause
the
I
execution
remember
wasn't.
And
so
we
what I
didn't know what we
wanted.
were doing.
Yeah,
we still
the
didn't have a clear idea
The
I
what we were
idea
remember
is great.
absolutely making a case for my mob, my parrot
Yes,
mob, and I
but
won that.
we're talking
argument.
about the whole the thing as a whole, right? Making a case for your mob, having someone be devil's advocate, and then everyone coming up with what is the best mob at the end of the day. There wasn't a whole lot of discussion. And so for that reason, the idea is great. Making a case, that was fun, but the execution of what we wanted to happen didn't happen. And so that's why I think it was lower. Again, also I'm trying to move this along.
I don't. I mean, if you feel like that.
I mean, if you disagree, again, I'm talking about what was released to the world. We're talking about how great was this episode. Oh yeah, I had fun drafting the video. The video is different from the draft. You know what I mean? So it's like, what is the product that we pushed? And so again, great idea, not the best execution. That's what I believe.
I honestly agree with you on that.
Okay.
And honestly, I did have fun with it,
All
but
right, well, I guess I'm out.
Yeah.
There.
also, I feel like a part of the problem is that we had no planning whatsoever. you literally told us what we were talking about, like, maybe a day before we actually did the video, and most of us had no idea. Again,
because that was before. Okay, again, when we have our meeting, I want to start being a little because. Oh, excuse me. I want to start posting more, so I want to sort of get an idea, and so I want to make sure we know everyone's schedules. Um, we're able to see who's available on what day. We're like, okay, guys, we need to record a video. Maybe record 2 in a week. I don't know. And then the goal is to get an episode, 2 episodes out a month. Whenever that is, just 2 episodes in a month. I think that's pretty doable for how many people there are. I'm talking about podcast episodes, right? And at that point, we can
Mhm.
plan. We can plan ahead. We can be like, okay, guys, next week episode is going to be about this. So it's like making sure if it's like a timely thing, it's like okay,
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think we
Mario
should
and
be able to get
Luigi's
this on
coming out
track.
pretty soon. We got to, make a video on that. And so we got to make sure, okay, so now we know what we're talking about when we get to it. And so there'll be a lot more written down stuff, a lot more tactile things instead of just, something's going to happen. And so there's too many of us not to
Yeah.
have like a good system running. So that's just again, we haven't had that meeting yet, but it's things I want to start locking in. If we want this to be successful, we got to start locking in. So, and I know we're all
Lock
Yeah.
it
busy.
in.
I know we're all busy. We all got day jobs and stuff, but like, again, that is
Yep.
why this is why we're making the schedule so we see, okay, what times are we free? How much can we dedicate to it? What can we dedicate to it? And if we can do it instead of just like, hey guys, want to record an episode tonight? Like literally what happened today. So or the last episode where Jet was like, I didn't even know what we were talking about today. I'm just here. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So
Have a
bottom of
top
C
10
tier. Bottom of C tier. Is that okay?
I'd say so.
All right.
Yeah.
Top 10 favorite Pokemon moves.
Wow. Okay.
I don't remember this episode either.
Not even
Wait,
slightly.
do we even have any guests? We didn't have any guests on this one. Okay. So this is technically a
I
sequel
remember that we
episode,
had this
but
episode.
honestly, like
I remember
I just
that we
think
did this. I don't remember anything we talked about.
I just think the topic is just mediocre. It's just like who the fuck cares about moves unless we were genuinely talking about like
The presentation, the how they,
no,
the how
like
they,
competitively. I think people are only interested in it competitively. Like, oh yeah,
and
these
we
are my
didn't do
favorite
it that
moves,
way.
or these are the strongest moves. We didn't. We were talking purely based on presentation, and I don't think that's like relevant to people. So
People do
I
not
don't
care for that.
remember anything about what I talked about. I think I'm gonna go back after this video and see what my number one was. I'm genuinely
So,
curious because I have no
I mean,
clue.
if we don't
I'm sure
remember,
mine was Dragon Pulse.
if we don't remember the video, I think that's a D tier. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, it is definitely 100. Like, I mean, like Super Mario 64 is bottom of the barrel. Okay, so this is at least better than that, but I don't think it even compares
Yeah,
to
that's fair.
because like I don't remember this at all. So it's definitely leagues above Mario 64 though. Okay, uh,
Yeah, the next one is yeah, I remember that one. I remember not liking that one.
episode 9, defending our favorite Shovel Knight. This was Jet's first idea. I had barely played Shovel Knight.
Oh, really?
So why don't you like
Love
this
Shovel
one?
Knight. I don't know. I don't know. I just remember I don't remember there being as much conversation as the other one.
It is only 43 minutes. It was just hard because like I barely played it. I didn't really know the lore, and it was hard to really have a discussion. It's one of our least viewed episodes.
Yeah, that's
so
why.
there's only one view. Only one person
It's
watched
probably
this.
me.
Mm,
That's probably me.
That should be a
That's who it
testament
is.
to that. So, Chad, since it's your first
plausible.
episode that your idea, it was your first idea for an episode. What did you think about the episode? What do you remember about it?
I remember us ultimately agreeing that Spectre Knight was awesome,
True, true.
and
No,
yeah,
I
trickingly,
I think it was I think it was Tinker Knight that probably won the argument, right?
Yeah,
Hmm?
this was a defending episode. I keep thinking they're top 10s or top 5s. This was another defending one.
Yeah, that was
Honestly,
awesome.
it's very hard to do a defending episode if you don't have a case. I'm just like, yeah, he looks cool, I guess. And it's like, I don't know the lore, but he's there. And it's like hard to actually develop an argument or even
Yeah,
rebuttal
we
if
all
you're just
agree.
like, yeah.
We all agreed that Spectre Knight was awesome, except Liam. Those are the major things I remember.
So
Like,
two of
Liam
us. There
just
was no guests on this one.
yeah,
So where do you guys think we should put it?
low beach.
Oh no, high C
Well,
tier.
no, below mobs.
High C tier. No, no, it's definitely below mobs. I can't.
Oh
I agree.
no! All right.
I agree. Sorry, Jet. Okay.
Oh, bro, chat to
episode
homie like that.
episode 10. It was our very first live stream. Uh,
Team
it,
Fortress 2, right?
we played Team Fortress 2, and I had a
And we kind of
laptop.
blew it at the very end.
My laptop was
Like we were
gonna
having.
explode. I didn't know how to stream off of it. I was playing in my dad's bedroom
And we had no idea what we
on
were
a
doing.
bed. We had no. This is bottom. This is below. There's not even a podcast here. There's no discussion to be had.
Yeah,
That is just bottom below
Yeah,
Mario
'cause you
64.
can't-
We had fun
can't
filming
hear
it, but
anyone.
we failed miserably.
Well,
do we
against
even
it.
need to discuss this?
No, but
you
it-
can't understand. There's
We
no
don't.
content
We
there.
don't.
There were 10 people watched this. 9 more people watched that stream than the Shovel Knight video before it. Well, at least
Feel like
from
we're
this
roasting
video,
ourselves here.
Really
from this
funny.
video, we established like we know how to stream now. We're gonna be utilizing that in a future project. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Potentially, maybe, I don't know. And we learn from our mistakes. And this was about
Hey,
the time
Marita.
where things started to wind down, and we're like, okay, we need maybe like a little reboot. But there is still an episode 11, and this
A
was
soft reboot.
a predicting
Yeah.
the Super Mario Brothers movie. We hadn't had a single trailer when this first came out. Honestly, was it? No, it was like 2016 when they actually announced it, right? When they were like, "Oh, this is Miyamoto. We're working with Illumination to make a Mario movie," and like we didn't hear anything about it until like 2022.
I'm sorry. 2016?
Yeah, they made a tweet about it saying like it's happening, and we just hadn't heard any word about it. We even heard about the Universal thing like a long time ago. It was well before the Switch came out. So that's all we knew about it. When this podcast came out in 2020, we didn't even know that, you know, we didn't even know that or any details about the Mario movie. So we were predicting from zero. We didn't know anything about what the
Yeah,
movie could be.
I think I remember predicting that it was going to be like a buddy trip, like Mario and Luigi go on like a road trip or something
Yeah.
to go save Princess Peach. One of those types of movies.
Don't remember if at this time we got the leak. I don't know if that was like before or after Chris Pratt got announced. I can't remember because the leak came out and it was like, "Oh, it's going to be a musical." Remember? Do you remember this?
I remember that.
No.
Yeah, there was a huge leak and it was like, "Oh yeah, Kamek and Yoshi are going to be more important than they actually were." Anyway,
It's really funny hearing that they said it was going to be a musical.
yeah. I don't really know how to place this one either cuz again, it's a prediction one. It's like I think it might be funny to go back to see our lofty like high in the sky hopes and wishes for how this movie could potentially be, and then how god awful it ended up
honestly,
being. Like from a movie perspective,
no,
like
I liked it.
it was
I
not a
liked it.
good
I liked the
movie.
movie.
It was a great thing for us because we were Mario fan. But
It's
as a
it's a
movie,
it's an
there's
amazing movie for Mario fans. If you're a
exactly.
Mario
If you're
fan,
a
you will
movie
like this
fan, you're
movie,
not
and
gonna
that's why
like
I
this
like it.
movie. It's just it's kind of like the games, right? It's just a fun romp, and that's it. It's a bare bones story. It's a Mario movie. I don't know how else. But this is not a review of the Mario movie. We'll get to
It's
that.
perfectly Mario.
But
Oh, but
honestly,
yeah,
it might be fun to look
I'd
back on how
honestly
we
put this in
predicted
like
stuff.
I would put this in B, just to see the ideas for the Mario movie. Like it's still ideas for a Mario movie. They could do
Yeah,
that for like Mario 2 or something.
yeah. Is
Like it's
that
just brainstorming, basically.
good? Or I think Sonic is definitely better than that one. I don't know. We hit it right earlier than we did later, huh? We fell off. All right. Sure. B tier. All right. Episode 12. Top 5 biomes. This one holds a very special place in my heart because we actually figured our crap out. We're like, okay, no more top 10s, no more defending. It was just top 5. And also, there was not too many biomes when this video came out. But it it is we have our two special guests on this episode, being one of our good friends from high school, Absurd Cleric, and Mog Swamp, who is my
Yo.
inspiration for YouTube and one of my favorite YouTubers as a whole. And guess where he is at right now on the top of the fucking world. Uh, he is back then he was still it was 2020, so it was during the lull period between 2019 and 2020 when he wasn't posting a whole lot, and you know I think at this time I had just told him like, hey, maybe it's a good idea for you to get a Discord so the fans that are here, might want to get updates from you if you ever post another Flat World episode. Well, he did that, and then he started posting more, and now let me check.
Hmm.
He has 2.26 million subscribers, and he is now the flat man on YouTube. Got to go on a Minecraft panel with Captain Sparkles, and
Holy cow!
is officially a part of MCYT. So whatever that means.
You know, good for them.
So
Good for them.
Aye.
we caught him before he was a star, and he will never
Hey,
look
we
on
knew
back
him.
on that video fondly. He will never.
Yeah, Mog
he
Swamp, if
didn't
you're
even
watching this, hey,
every
you want to
time-
come back on?
every time that he
Alright.
does a collab with somebody, he every time he does a collab with somebody, he posts it on his community tab because he was a part of the big Shorts Wars thing that Matt Pat did a video on, actually multiple videos on. So Matt Pat's aware of him, and he did multiple videos on the Shorts Wars, which was a huge deal because shorts, are huge on YouTube right now, and he's like a huge shorts creator, so he was a part of that lore and things like that. And
That whole
so,
situation.
yeah, so he's a pretty big deal now, and we're still not a big deal. But every time he was a part of some sort of
No.
collaboration, he would retweet it or, do a community tab like, hey guys, I was a part of a video with my good buddy. And we caught him just before he blew up, so he did not repost our episode.
That's funny.
We really appreciate him being on there, but like we were this close. Just kidding.
It's the way life rolls.
And honestly, even after like he blew up,
even
I was
doing
like,
this
"Hey
long.
guys,
People go to
like
success. and they
it
deserve it.
might have been rude for me to do that, but I retweeted it one day. I was like, "Hey guys, I have a podcast with your boy Mog Swamp," and it didn't do anything. We're still at 10 views, so It was like, I'm not like mad about it or anything, but
Still, kind of
we
depressing.
got him just before he got popular, which is just crazy to me, and now he's like a big shot. It's crazy.
Congratulations.
Hey, if you're just reading this, watching this, finding out, hey, if you like Mog Swamp, go watch that video.
Yeah.
You get to
But the
hear
actual
Yeah, no
video,
idea what
top
we're doing.
5 biomes, I mean, it was the top 5. It was definitely a top 5. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I like.
I think it was more about Mog Swamp.
I
Mm,
remember liking it.
Jesus.
I'm honestly just happy that we went to top 5. It sounds like we actually knew what we were doing at that point.
Yeah.
For the most part, anyway.
So A tier or S tier?
A tier, I'd say.
I'd say
Top of
A.
it. Top of A.
Aye. Top of
Maybe.
A.
All right. All right. The season 1 finale ranking the Mario Karts. Oh, okay. So this was like um all the Mario Karts, and then what is our list like from 8 or 10 or whatever down to 1. This was before we did tier lists and stuff. So this was a generic ranking video. I think I like the tier list system better. So we're probably going to end up remaking this video. And technically, the guest that was on this episode was a future member of the show. So that's cool. Well, actually, it was Matt.
Yeah.
It was Gamer Bro, and then it was also Nintendo Nerd, who's a good buddy of ours. Shout outs to him. He's pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, this is a great video for what it is. I think we're gonna be revisiting it because we are now doing a Mario Kart tier list series, and we're doing an actual tier list, and I think tier lists are better. So for that reason, I would say maybe like a C tier, because I think tier lists are better and ranking videos are maybe not like the way to go. I don't know.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
I don't know. We'll see where the wind blows.
We'll see what the
So what do you guys think about
algorithm
this
says.
episode or no?
Honestly, I
Yeah.
don't remember a pretty solid check of these, so I'll just go with whatever
I
you
mean,
guys say.
I remember putting in a lot of time and effort to make sure that I had all these Mario Kart tracks exactly where they deserve to be.
No,
It's
these were
because
the
of that
games. These were
episode that I have
games.
some very
These were the games, not the tracks.
the
These were the
games.
games.
Oh,
This is
oh
season
yeah, I
1.
remember. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So on the games. Okay. So we did a video on the ranking all the games. Yeah, I believe it or not, I have not played a lot of these Mario Kart games. It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Again, it's a
I
video
wouldn't
that needs to
rank
be
it.
revisited for sure, like 100%. Now that we've gone through all the tracks, like for me and Matt, it's good for us to revisit it, I think. So that's why I put it there.
Yeah, I'd say like B or C.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that.
All right, so I think we can start going a little faster here because these are probably way easier to put on a list. Season 2. So season 2, episode 1 was our very first video game music game show, and honestly, I like the system that I have now, but this is now, and it went through a lot of trial and error. However, back when we were in the studio, it was
Wasn't
even
this the first
better.
episode where we did the studio? Wait,
I think so. I think it was. So season 2, we were in the
Yeah.
studio, and also I did
Start of
this, and
season
I
2.
love this episode. This is S tier for me. Any episode where it's a lot of effort put into it, and it was a game show, and I had a lot of fun with it. Again,
oh my god, we're not even halfway through this thing. It's not nearly been
but
an
this is
hour.
S tier for me. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
This is the which one is this? This is
Video
S
game
tier.
music game show, season 2, episode 1.
I'd say, yep, it's S tier. Even though we stuck time.
I like this one.
Yeah.
This was the general music. Again, we will bring it back. We'll bring it back. I promise. It'll happen.
At some point.
All right.
I remember it was really hard for me to understand from
Yeah,
far
so
away.
it was hard for
I
you
wasn't
because you
exactly
were
in
on
the same room.
Discord.
But other
It was hard for you, yes.
but overall, I really liked it.
Yeah. All right, season 2, episode 2, defending our favorite Lego games. I think we all had the same answer, and so this episode was probably
Yeah.
garbage. This episode is probably garbage.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
We all had the
That's
same
a little
answer.
bit.
I knew we had to talk about Lego games at some point. I don't think this was the way to do it.
Yeah,
I
we
would-
needed to do a better Lego game.
I would definitely
Video.
say top of D tier for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite
What?
Lego game video or favorite Lego video game. That's insane. Isn't it just gonna be like Star
Lego
Wars?
Star Wars the complete. I think
can
that's what it
imagine it's-
was.
And it's Lego
And then
Star
we
Wars.
realized, oh wait.
For me, it was. For me, I'm pretty sure it was Lego Star Wars 1,
Yeah.
not
I
the Complete
like-
Saga.
There was like
I
very
said
little.
the complete saga.
There was very little to actually talk about there. That was not a good episode. That was not a good episode.
I mean,
at all.
if we all play different Lego, if we all had different Lego games as our top,
Yeah,
then it'd
again,
be-
Yeah, but we all just
there's
said
some good
there's
ones out
very
there.
few Lego games out there, and it's like maybe we can revisit it by just talking about Lego games. But the fact that it was defending our
oh, hey,
favorite Lego game,
Yeah, we had
there's
no idea what we were
Pirates of the
doing.
Caribbean. There's Harry
I haven't played any of
Potter,
those. I've only
there's
played
Lord
the
of the
complete
Rings.
saga.
Like they got
and
some games.
I've only ever
Really?
played the complete saga and the Skywalker saga and 3 on 3DS.
Dude, I have played some Lego games.
Oh, and 2 on DS and Lego Indiana Jones on DS, but I've only played that for like 30 minutes. So, because I got lost and I hated it. Anyways,
I bet you haven't even played Lego Batman. You haven't even played Lego Bat.
Nope.
That
Nope.
that game slapped.
Oh, I did play Lego Marvel Superheroes. I was very disappointed by it.
Unfortunate.
And you haven't played Lego Batman?
No.
Uh,
All right, so Crazy Cat
Mar-
podcast.
Marvel's okay.
Yeah, so again, a topic that we can revisit, just maybe not defending. We just talk about Lego games, and maybe play a few more Lego games before we talk about them. Just an episode on Lego games, I guess. This is not the way to do it.
And
All right, so episode 3, our first interview. We haven't done an interview in a while.
Probably because we don't have the studio anymore.
Yeah, of Cameron Dayton of Overwatch and Call of Duty. You know, I look fondly on this episode. I think this is also an S tier. It could probably have been done a little bit better. We had to make do with what we had, but honestly, our interview episodes are up there. Honestly, I want to do more interviews.
yeah. This
Yeah, we
one's
can
this
do
one's a
that.
bragging right for me, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I met the guy that created Tracer. The story behind Tracer.
Wow.
And we have video
This guy
evidence.
made Tracer.
So pretty sick.
Exactly.
I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's S tier. I don't
Yeah.
think we need to talk too much about that one. I mean, if you're interested in the guy who made Tracer,
Yeah.
and go watch the video.
That's a good one. That's
Yeah,
actually
good.
criminally underwatched, so you guys should definitely watch it. Episode 4 of season 2, Super Mario 35. So we celebrated the the Super Mario 35th anniversary by doing another video game quiz, specifically Mario. Another S tier, but
I think we also did poorly on that one too.
yeah, so that's another S tier, but it was definitely below
Uh,
the overall tier list or the overall
A video game quiz.
music.
That
Yeah,
that was music, right? Video game. Yeah, Mario
yeah.
music.
So that was Mario music specifically.
You know, I have a bias for anything Mario related, so
Yeah.
I really like that one.
I just put it in S tier,
Yeah.
right next to the. I think the overall one was better. But yeah. All right, season 2, episode 5, defending our favorite anime characters. I think this one was a lot of fun. I think this is one of the few defending our favorite characters where we actually had a conversation. uh, yeah. And we had a couple guests on this one too. We had one guest. We had Navi. I'm not sure what they go by anymore, but they are no longer online, and they were suffering
Hmm.
from a lot of health issues, and I don't know if they're with us anymore, because they got rid of
Ah.
their online presence. I don't. Last I heard from them, they were not doing too well with their physical health. So, shout out to them wherever you are, Navi.
That's sad to
I
hear.
hope you're alive. I hope you're still kicking. But I hope life gets better for you if it hasn't already. But no, I think this is one of our better defending episodes.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, what was it defending
Mm.
again?
Our favorite anime characters.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
I don't remember
mm,
who I said. Was it Medetta?
Yeah.
mhm. I said Zenny
That's
too, and
really funny.
honestly, I'm not exactly a big fan.
Yeah, that episode was a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen more anime since. Like I've seen
Yeah.
like some real bangers there. Like I saw I've seen Spy X Family and I've seen Doctor Stone. I
Yeah.
really like those ones.
We can definitely revisit it. Or not that topic in particular. Just talk about anime again. Again, this is a pop culture podcast, not just gaming, so we can branch out a little more. Um, but yeah, I would say this is probably like a high B.
Yeah, I'd agree.
All right, so we also had a part 2 to this technically. It was our top 10. We messed up there. A top 10 favorite anime of all time, and it wasn't just us. It was featuring Sigma, Kayla, and Benny Boy. So that was a meaty episode. But it was also the first time that we had 3 guests, which was a lot. I think we made the mistake of having so many guests, and again, it was probably a great discussion, but we had way too many people, and we learned our lesson with that. And again, oh, actually, it was top 5. I lied. It was top 5. So we did do that.
Mm.
It was top 5. I put top 10 in the thumbnail. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
misled you.
could you imagine like a group of 6 people like
Jesus.
talking about 60 different anime?
We still had way too many people. So, um, because of that, I would say again, probably a great discussion, but I would say I would probably put it at the bottom of or the top of C, bottom of B, just because we had too many people.
Yeah,
You can't have that many people on a podcast.
I don't even remember. I don't remember any.
All right, fair. We can't just say we can't remember. I mean, yes, I want to go fast, but
Well,
all
it's
right.
true. That's my thoughts.
It's
I
already
don't
been
remember,
like
so I don't rate.
now.
All
Already
right,
been an hour and a
episode
half, and we're not even
an
halfway
hour
through
and a
it.
half. No, it hasn't. It's been
When
an
did we
hour.
start?
It's only been an
Like
hour.
9:30, 9:50.
Again, we haven't gotten to the episodes you're not in, so Okay, so episode 7, top 5 video game music, including Gamer Bro in this episode. It's fine.
Oh,
It was a good episode. Video game music's always great. Almost a sequel to
it
episode 1 of the
is.
season. Great episode.
I imagine that episode was really fun.
And I think that
I don't
that our opinions have probably changed on that, probably because
Yeah.
a lot more games have come out, and
Mhm.
Smash Ultimate's DLC wasn't finished at that time.
Yeah.
So I would say
I don't think.
No.
Okay, did anyone see Kazuya coming? Like,
no,
honestly,
not at
No.
all. All right, I would say
like it was
bottom of-
cool, but yeah.
Did anyone see Sora coming?
I did. No, I'm just
Didn't-
kidding, no.
Didn't? Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of you
I
two.
predicted it, but I
predicted
didn't think it was
Sora.
gonna happen because.
We totally called Steve though,
Oh yeah, we did.
and I'm pretty sure we also called like a majority of his moveset too.
Kind of. I thought he was gonna be more like another sword fighter, but it ended up being a
More
completely
building
unique,
related.
a completely unique character, which is great. But also now he's banned, and that's
Yeah.
sad, which means he's not coming
Mhm.
back. So
Then Sonic came back and he was banned.
Oh, he could come back and
But again, that was because Ultimate and everyone is here.
He was also in Smash 4.
Never
yeah,
mind.
I think Sonic's gonna be in all these games.
Ooh, you
Okay.
just got
Okay.
played.
Anyway.
He turned an argument.
Anyway, moving on. That was a great episode. I would say top of A.
I don't remember what we talked about. I don't.
It was the top.
I can't
it was
imagine
the top
super
5
in-depth
music.
conversation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
the top 5 music.
Fine. Fine. Okay. Episode
I
8.
really liked it. All I'm saying is I don't.
Who's the most powerful villain? I love this episode. This is a S tier for me. This was a genuinely great discussion that we had. I love
Who was the
this
most
episode.
powerful villain?
Yes.
Yeah, in
So-
video games. Yeah. I love this episode.
This one was a banger.
I think it was just honestly, it felt like we were doing Death Battle without the battle
Yeah.
animation.
We need to do that again. We need to be like, okay, I guess that was technically a defending episode, kind of, but like,
I'm just sitting here
It
trying to get this.
was,
I remember
yeah.
this episode sticks out in my mind, and I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It was creative. It was
I think
well
I really do
executed.
think Kamek wins.
no,
Really,
no.
bruh?
Look at the thumbnail, okay? You got a picture of a freaking
Look-
Xehanort. You have a picture of Kamek, Goofy Kamek. I don't even remember what Jet's choice was.
Hang on, I'm looking this up.
Look,
Oh, it's
look.
Ganondorf. Like, you have these
Imagine this,
badass
imagine this.
motherfuckers,
You've
and
got,
then there's
like,
just
you've got-
Kamek, who's an underling to Bowser.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what your argument is. My argument is going to be that Kamek turns like their Keyblade or something into like.
This wasn't
Something
a
ridiculous.
death battle. It was just like, okay, who is the better villain in their franchise? We weren't comparing it to each other. It's just like, this guy's just genuinely evil. Kamek's just kind of goofy. Anyway, we're not reinstating the episode. If you want to talk about it again, we can, but like, not today. All right, the
Not
next
now.
episode is episode 9.
Yeah, I really.
Becoming a Pokemon gym leader. Again, very great creative wise. It was a great episode. I think maybe we probably should have done a little more
Very
research.
gay.
We should,
Ridiculous.
I think we probably should have maybe put a little more research into it. More like, okay, what are the moves gonna be? You know, looking back at other Pokemon gym leaders, maybe looking into the competitive side. Again, we don't know very much about it, but for what we had, it was a cool concept. I just feel like if we really want to revisit like
Yeah,
that type of
it was
thing,
fun.
we got to really dive deep, especially for a podcast. Just like, okay, here are my 6 Pokemon. Here are all the moves, and these are the reasons why they would have those moves. Because especially because we were tapping into an interesting idea too. Because I don't think were we type based? I can't remember. I think we were. Imagine
I
if we
think
were gym
I
leaders that
think
think
some
we
weren't
of us
type
were.
chose
based.
to. I
So
think some of us chose to, but also a lot.
I think it would be create a lot more fun if we looked into like, what would be a good story mode competitive team, not like an actual competitive team. Like, okay, this is a type of character that I would see as a boss, but not necessarily locked to specific Pokemon types like the villains or specific types of Pokemon, not Pokemon type like only certain type. Like they only have like 5 Pokemon that they can choose from, versus types in the gym leaders, like a more creative exercise, I guess. So it was a cool video. I would say middle A tier.
Yeah. I'd say like
Yeah,
I can agree with that, but
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 it just kind of feels
it feels what?
you keep cutting out, man.
kind of middle. Oh, really? Oh, I feel like it's kind of middle of the road, honestly,
So like
for
B,
too
top
much
of
about
B.
it. Was yeah, top of B.
Hmm.
Cause like my thoughts are, cause like I only know from like my perspective, and because I know you guys, just feel like if I were a viewer, I don't know if I would care as much about these guys. But then
Yeah.
I don't know. Would I watch
I
Alpharad
mean,
do
it's a
that or
pretty
something?
fun and it's a creative video. I think we should be giving a little more credit for it to being. It's not a top 5. It's not like, oh, what's the news? It was just more of like a fun little game that we played, and I think that's why I should give a little bit of a boost. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. It's not a. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a tier list.
All right. Episode 10. Our top 5 video game quotes, I think, and it was a live stream. So we did the live stream better. Um, we actually had a podcast to talk about. Topic, the actual podcast portion was only 18 minutes. So
Yeah, no.
I think that's a top of D tier. I think it's
Yeah,
worse.
top 10 video
Yeah,
game
No,
quotes. I
no,
don't even
no, no.
remember
It was
doing
just
that.
our favorite video game quotes. It wasn't even top 10. It was just video game quotes. That's it. It was 18 minutes.
D.
It's better than
That's
Mario
a D.
64.
yeah.
All right. The Art of Let's Plays featuring your pal Ral. I think I think this video deserves S tier just because of the story behind it. So we had an episode planned with the entirety of the Let's Play Brigade, but somebody somebody corrupted the video, and we had to wait weeks before we could even meet with one of them. And this is the episode that came out of it. So S tier because it has lore and it's funny and it's a great video anyway, period. It was a great conversation. I don't know if you guys were able to contribute much, but me and Raul had a great conversation.
Yeah, no, I had no idea what I was talking about because I didn't even do it yet. I'm starting to get the idea though. Now that I'm doing my own let's play.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it
And
is.
you
Yeah,
guys have
that was
you guys did
that
the
was
multiplayer thing like the Let's Play Brigade were doing. So,
Hmm.
oh, I skipped one.
you did.
I did.
Did you really?
Season 2, episode 11, ranking Paper Mario game. uh,
Yeah, dude, I love that one.
you do? Okay, why?
This is like a vivid memory my mind.
Dude, you keep cutting
I
out, man.
just in that moment it clicked. Like, oh, I do.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to do this without cutting out. I'm gonna try my best not to cut out at all. But I just have this vivid memory. Like, dude, we all had our number ones, and they were all the same thing. And I felt just so much of a connection with you guys in that one moment. It was
Super?
insane.
Was it Super? Is that?
Because that is my favorite video game of all time, and we all agreed that it was number one.
Magical
And that
moments
was
deserve top of S tier.
beautiful.
There you go. You deserve top
There
of
you
S
go.
tier. All right, top
Yeah.
5 Switch games with Aiden, who is a returning guest, or not at this point, but he will return at some point.
Yay!
Top 5 Switch games. I think it's only middle of the road because it's irrelevant now because I want to revisit this topic later.
Yeah.
Because the Switch has a long, 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 long life after this.
Yep.
So just stop a beat.
Yeah, we
here.
thought we were done.
Yes.
We thought we were
No,
ending,
we
the, ending
were
the
not.
Switch life cycle in like a year or two after that. Nope, not at all.
Nope, not even close.
Nope.
All right. Season 2, episode 14, the 2020 reflection. It was a news-based episode. That was before Fairy Fountain. Steve is on the thumbnail. I just think it's irrelevant.
Wow.
We all thought.
So, is it better than the Mario 64 video? Is it better than the Lego games video?
Probably.
I don't know.
I think it's better than the Lego games video, but
hmm.
it's not one of our bests. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, it's mostly relevant things,
Yeah.
so it's not a good watch nowadays.
Yeah. All right. Season 2, episode 16, top 5 favorite Mario Kart tracks. Music track. Wait. Oh no, this is just favorite tracks of all time. This is not relevant to the tier list. This is just our top 5 favorite Mario Kart tracks. I think this was a good episode. This is probably on
Yeah.
par with this is probably on par with top 5 Switch games. I think it's better than the top 5 Switch games, honestly. Do we agree?
I agree with that.
Okay. Moving on then if
So-
we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, not a lot to say.
All right. All
Not
right.
allowed to say.
Episode 17, the Pokemon game show. Obviously S tier. Y'all suck. You need to do more research. Y'all need to play more games. I'm putting this above 2020 reflection because that was terrible. I set up this nice fun game for y'all and you guys didn't know a single damn song. And guess
They
what's
have
after that?
They have such specific names,
I
and they're all
know.
so similar.
I
Like,
apologize
really
for
blame me.
not making a game show for Pokemon people and not y'all. Anyway, guess what the episode immediately after that is?
What is it?
What?
The Zelda game show, which you also didn't.
We're not gonna game trivia. I'm sorry.
It was a little better. I'm gonna put it in C tier.
Hey, look, I'm gonna. Hey, look. Here's the thing. I have now, since that video has come out, I have now beaten my first Zelda game.
Congratulations.
Woo.
How you feel?
So there is an episode that I
The
skipped.
same. The exact same.
And I forgot about this, but it was our top 5 final smashes. We are not going to talk about this one, but I did put it in the list because I forgot. It is now private on our channel because the person and it's going bottom of a D tier for this reason. The person that is in this video, we do not associate with anymore, and
Yeah.
we aren't even going
Oh,
to
I know
discuss
who this is.
why. But it's private. There's no reason to talk about it. We're just gonna move on. Okay.
Bye.
That's a
The
shame.
season 2
I liked that
finale.
video.
The season 2 finale, reflecting on the battle pass, the fighters pass, and how absolutely freaking amazing it was because Steve was in it.
Yeah.
And how I guess I don't know why the heavy is in the in the thumbnail, but he is.
Because I predicted the heavy,
So
and I was dead wrong because
we were reflecting on who came and who didn't based on our predictions. And again, it's more of a relevant video, but I think we can find solace in that heavy is not in the game. I don't know.
What, dude? I want heavy in the game. That sounds.
I
dope.
don't know where to put this one because again, it's a relevance thing.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, if you want our opinions on the fighters pass, like as
Yeah.
a whole, that's a good place to go for that.
Yeah,
I'd say like B or C.
like top.
It's
or
not like a whole
bottom, or-
game. I'd say probably top of C.
Okay.
I mean, if you want our opinions on the fighters pass, specifically the fighters pass,
Yeah.
then that's the place to go.
Yeah. All right. So we're now moving on to season 3.
Yeah.
The Art of Nostalgia, episode 1 with Napoleon Smith. I think that's an S tier because that was a great interview
Yep.
that we had. I would say, could we give it? I don't. I feel like
Another
this is.
bragging right.
I feel like this is rude, but should we put that above Cameron Dayton or like? I don't know. Like. Or like below.
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. Let's just say they're like on par with each other. They're already in the middle of S, so
Seems that way.
yeah.
You guys are the exact same.
Yeah. Wow,
Strong
that's even
possibility.
worse. Like all right, so episode 2
I'm
was
trying
our
to grab some food.
Episode
I'm
2
getting antsy. I need a fidget.
Episode 2 was our favorite games of 2021. I believe that was just you two. I don't think I think that was an episode that we needed to record on the fly. I think it was just you two. If I was in it, I don't remember, but it was just your guys' favorite games up, of that last year.
Hmm.
Y'all need to put it somewhere.
Favorite games of the last year. What year was this again?
21.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I dropped the ball on pretty much all of these because I think the 2020 so far were just me playing some of the old games and not playing new ones because I didn't have a job and I have this weird rule about how I spend money. Anyway,
I just
yeah, not my best work.
remember you not having put in a game that came out that last year.
Yep, I dropped the ball on that. I'll be the first to admit, and I'm sorry, and I will try to start moving forward from this year. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing better this year. Have some new games, sort of.
Yes.
I think.
I played a lot this year.
We'll get there.
I've been keeping
Yeah.
track of what I've been playing and watching. So, but yeah.
Think about getting
Where
Warhammer
would
3.
you guys like to put it?
Yeah, I give that like a
B tier.
I give it like a C.
C where?
I
You can't just say
don't think
C.
a lot of
You can't just say C anymore. There's too
okay,
many
like
Cs.
middle C.
Middle of C. Okay.
Above mobs.
Middle is
mobs.
above
I'd put it below mobs.
Below mobs. Okay. All right. Episode 3, top 5 favorite Smash Bros. Characters. This was it's like, oh yeah, I like Meta Knight specifically from Brawl. I like this video. I think this was like one of our better top 5s. I would say A tier. Honestly, I like this video.
Yeah, I'd say that's yeah. I do too. I completely agree with you.
I agree with Jet's breathing as well.
Sorry.
Where did
It's I like.
Oh boy, we're gonna
I
start getting
feel
to the
like it
tier
doesn't
list,
get
and I'm
touched.
gonna immediately pass out.
Oh yeah, and then we can get through it
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
top
I
of A
don't,
tier.
dude.
Yeah,
I
top
don't
of A
think.
tier.
I
I'm
don't.
gonna save my opinion for about the tier list once we get there.
You don't think what?
I think I'm gonna keep my feelings for the
don't-
tier lists right where they are till we get there. I'll tell you what they are when we
Yeah.
get to them.
So you're gonna tell us right now because episode 4 is
Fair.
2D Mario tier lists. The 2D Mario
All
tier
right.
list.
The majority, except for maybe a few of them.
This was the first one that we did. I think this is fine. It was short because there's not that many 2D games. And hey, we can give an
Yep.
update to that. I think we all agree that Wonder is an S tier now.
Yep. Yep. I'd say that.
But yeah, this is
Alright,
one
this
of
one
our
was short. It was
Absolutely.
This is
concise.
our
I
first.
still think we. The issue is that we always, you always make us make our own tier list and then make like a coherent one instead of just starting with the coherent one. And it drags out the runtime so much, and it drives me cray. Like, why you make us do this, Jaden? Like, WTF?
I'm gonna be
Slime
honest
boss.
with you.
Fuck.
Yes, this is a tier list video, but this was all Liam's idea. I will not take the blame for this.
Yeah, but all the previous ones were your idea.
True.
And look at that. I'm having way more fun because we're not doing that.
All right.
We're just going straight for the
This one's
name,
just.
straight to the main coherent one.
This one's just all right. I'm just gonna put it top
I
of
would
A.
think it would make it faster
Yeah, that's why, because
because
there's
we don't
80
have to figure out how
video.
we feel about it.
80. Wait, is top of A okay for 2D Mario?
Yeah, that's fine. That's a
Okay.
good place.
All right, Sonic 2. I don't think there's much to say about this one. This one was great as well. Pretty concise. Just technically, Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 1, so our Sonic 2 review is better than our Sonic 1 review.
Yep.
Yes?
I'd say that. So throw it up
Yep.
there.
And I just love it's not only a sequel
I
to
like
that
some.
video.
I like me some Sonic movie.
It's not only a
I
sequel
have
to
Good
fond
that
movie.
memories
video, but the
of watching
thumbnail
the
is like
Sonic
a
movie.
continuation of that as well because the first one is like the weird Sonic model, and then you have ugly Knuckles, cursed Tails from the production, and then Sonic. So I just think it's hilarious. And then next year we're gonna have Shadow, ugly Shadow.
Let's
Hey, you look
go.
fine to me. I don't know what you're on about.
No, I mean the thumbnail. I'm gonna put ugly Shadow in the thumbnail. All right.
I wonder if they're gonna throw in Amy Rose.
I hope so. I think it's gonna be Big Shadow and Amy Rose. I think that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, no. It's hard for. I think it's either Big or Rouge because Rouge is actually connected to Shadow and all of his story in the
Vaguely.
Sonic Adventure 2. So it's just weird because it's like either yes they're gonna put her in because it is a part of his story, or no because she's too. Yeah. Anyways, episode 6, random topics. I leave the floor to you because that's not my episode.
It was
Random
chaotic.
topics.
And I loved it.
It was your
Top A
episode.
tier.
And literally the only thing on the thumbnail is multiverses.
Yeah, A tier.
Yeah, dude, I love that
A
game.
tier?
A
Okay.
tier.
Where in A tier?
Tier.
Ah.
Middle.
Okay.
Middle.
The middle of
it's
A
got-
tier?
A tier. We're in
that's-
agreement. Just upper middle A tier.
Where is it at?
Yeah.
I'd put it just below biomes personally.
No, where is it? I can't find it.
Oh.
Right, there it is. Below
There you go.
biomes. Okay. Below biomes, above becoming a gym leader.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
us.
I mean, that's my personal opinion on where it goes.
Episode 7, Smash Bros. Tier list with Hylian.
Uh,
This one's fine. I think this is probably better than the 2D one. Yes.
C
No.
tier. I got so
We got-
sick of them.
No, dude, we got to talk about subspace. Anytime I get to talk about subspace,
And
that
you
bumps
got
it
to
up a
find
couple
out that Hylian
tiers.
doesn't like subspace.
Oh yeah, that was
Like
Mine
what
grenade?
the heck, man?
like. Excuse me?
I
Yep.
can't believe that.
Yep.
I think I like blocked that out of my memory because that's just hitting me again.
Top of C tier for that. All right, now I get to talk about something because this is the cartridge battle.
We weren't in this one.
I don't think so. But
All right, I'm gonna grab the water.
Bottom of D tier. I would like to revisit this, but it was poorly executed.
I'm riding die in this one.
But I love video game. I want to do another game thing. I want to do another game challenge thing, and this was my first time doing a huge, large scale thing. It didn't work, so that is my opinion. Anyways, episode 9, the mobile game episode.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
You are now taking the floor again. You now have the floor again.
Oh boy.
This was your guys'
Yeah.
episode.
I don't even remember what game we talked about.
I thought this was.
Angry Birds.
I thought this.
A lot of Angry Birds, I think.
Yeah, I thought this was a really.
I think we also talked about Cut the Rope a few times.
This was a really.
Hello? You cutting out again.
I felt like. And I'll do my best not.
We're waiting on you to say something.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I guess my internet being weird. Hold on. Okay, you should be able to hear me better.
Hold on one
So,
second. I'm gonna.
I
pause.
feel like the execution.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause it real quick because
Okay.
I need to do something real quick. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you're unpaused?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I feel like the execution for this video was not that great, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the idea because I came up with the idea, but I feel like it could have been done better.
So where would you guys put it?
Yo,
Where we put this?
I would put it like low B.
Worse than our first episode?
I'd say better.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Okay. Predicting the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass. I believe that was just me and me and Gamer Bro. You guys might have been on it. I'm not sure. But again, you know how I feel about prediction videos. They're fun in the moment, but not really too relevant. So that's where they're like middle of the road. I would say this was a lot less fun in retrospect than the Smash one, because there's a lot less to talk about. And yeah, even though it was just the two of us, it was still about an hour long. So, but there was also like a billion tracks that we had to predict. So, bread. Okay, episode 11 and episode 12. We can kind of group these together here. Episode 11 and episode 12, we talked about in episode 11, we talked about the Super Mario Bros. First trailer. And in episode 12, we talked about the second trailer with MxMToonsy in the second episode. And the first one was in the direct, and the second one was in the Super Mario Bros. Movie direct. Um, I don't think these are great episodes. I think it's just whatever. I think they're just bottom of C. Honestly, we just talked about the trailers. Just whatever.
Yeah, that's nothing too great.
All right.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
So just bottom of C. Obviously, trailer 2 is better.
I mean,
than
you could
one.
hear us talk about the voice actors. Ooh.
Yeah. Actually, in that case, it's a little bit better than the second one because that's when we found out about them. All right, episode 13, our 2023 predictions, which I believe was just me and Hylian. So the predictions were I think we were I would say this is another middle of the road one. Just because I don't remember if we were right or wrong. We talked about Pikmin 4, we talked about Tears of the Kingdom, and 2023 ended up being a pretty good year. We didn't get Kid Icarus Uprising. But again, I don't really remember what we predicted. If I knew what we predicted, maybe it would be a better video. But I'm going to go ahead and put that below Mario Kart. All right, next up is the Ultimate Mario Kart tier list, the base game tracks. You guys were in this one.
Dang.
And I'm going to assume that
This
you
is
guys
what I was
didn't
talking
like it.
about before.
And I assume that you guys want to put it in D tier. But
Sounds like me.
you also weren't included in the rest of the series. So for that
So
reason,
bye.
what I'm going to do is that I'm going to talk about it briefly. And what I'm going to say is I liked the idea before we started it. By the end, I was going insane.
Yeah, you got
and
sick
for
of them
that-
too.
For that
You got
reason,
sick of them too.
I am basically going to rank the tier lists. They're all going to be bottom of C, but they're going to be ranked based on which game I like better. Just because it was more enjoyable.
Oh God, we're nowhere.
So we have the tracks, then the cups immediately following that for Mario Kart 8. If you guys have any opinions on this, because that was the one that
Yeah.
you were included in.
Yeah, I actually did enjoy that video, making that video, like preparation, because I had to I had to figure out what my opinions were on a lot of those tracks and like look into
Yeah.
them beforehand. And I liked doing that. I had fun. I just wish it wasn't so long.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Again, you guys didn't even do the shorter ones because Super was shorter. Double Dash 64 and Super Circuit were shorter. Actually, Super Circuit was a little bit longer because it had 5 cups instead of 4, and it also had the retro cups. It was the first game with retro cups. So Super 64 and Double Dash were actually pretty short, all things considered. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 8, and then the ultimate tier list. So the first 2 episodes included just me and Matt and you guys. The second episode in Super was just me and Matt. I believe. Yes. The 64 one was just me and Matt. Yep. And the Super
boy.
Circuit one was also just me and Matt. I thought we had a guest for some of them, but okay, so Double Dash we had Hylian, DS we had Slimy, we had Pug, and
Yo.
8 Deluxe it was Hylian as well. So or sorry, the DLC. So It's gonna go 8. 8
I
cup
think
tier
all the
list. The booster course pass is gonna be better than that because it's better than the base game in my opinion. Actually, I wasn't even included in that one either, so I actually wasn't a part of that one. It was just Hylian and Matt. So, and then
I see you
Ah,
driving
give
down.
it a D tier.
oh, 7 also included Aiden as well. I forgot about 7, so it's gonna go 7 we um double dash. Oh wait, where's DS? DS is better than double dash. I can't find DS. Where's DS?
Yeah.
Is it not there?
And 64.
I see 64. Yeah.
There's
Um,
64. Did I already put? No.
hmm.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so
There you are.
it should be 7DS Wii double dash 64 and then Super Circuit and then Super. So that's my tier list for that. I think even though I wasn't included in the booster course pass one, I still think that one was better because I wasn't in it and they did it pretty quickly. So
Hey.
anyway, now we can move on to
Two.
the 2022 games of the year. So that was all of us in Hylian.
Did I? Is that the one where I said that Tsushima should have gotten it despite not having played it?
I don't
Or was
remember.
that?
I don't remember. It was just whatever our games of the year were for 2022.
I have no idea.
Game
I
of the year 2022.
think it was one of those classic.
Classic what?
I think that was the one Last of Us Part 2 one, right?
That's not what we're
Oh,
talking
kidding,
about.
yeah.
The video was
Oh.
our game of the year for that year, regardless of what the actual one was. We didn't even talk about it. So
I
Dang.
still think Ghost of Tsushima should have won that,
So,
especially
what do
after
you think
playing
about
it
the
this year.
episode? What do you think about
Oh
the
yeah, I
episode?
think it went well.
Oh yeah.
All things considered.
Where would you put it on the tier list? Did you forget what video we were recording here?
Yeah, I'd say like A tier.
A tier, like top of A tier,
Like bottom.
Oh, absolutely.
better than predicting Mario Bros. Movie.
I maybe above that or maybe below.
Okay. All right. Next up is the Team Fortress 2 video. So y'all have the floor.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think this was honestly one of our best videos. Like easy S
yeah.
tier.
All right. But
Yeah.
where?
Middle of S
we
tier?
did, yeah, we had free reign, so honestly, top of S tier. It was just no, just kidding.
I think we nailed it.
Oh really? I mean, I feel like there's been better. Can I see top of S? Can I see S tier real quick? Yeah. So I put that just below the interviews, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Fair. All right. Anything you have to say about it? Or should we just move on? Because
I love TF2.
It's a fantastic game. And here's the
Yeah,
thing.
not quite sure it's
Recently, great news about Team Fortress 2's situation. Valve actually made the fucking effort and banned a shitload of the bot hosts.
good for them.
nice.
Liam, I kind of thought you'd be a lot more excited. Like, holy shit, Valve's actually doing stuff.
I'm supposed to be more excited.
All right.
That's
Am I the
like
only one who
the
actually paid attention to the
I didn't know.
freaking thing? Am
I
I the
didn't
only?
know.
I literally threw Fix TF2 at you guys.
Yeah, I didn't
I don't-
follow it. I saw it, but I didn't follow it. I saw Charlie
What?
made a video on it.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
freaking Valve
happy. I
finally-
am.
I was expecting a big reaction, like holy shit, seriously?
All right.
And
You
now
don't
I'm
get
disappointing you,
huge
man.
reactions out of
Next
me. I'm
up
sorry.
was our Legend of
Ah.
Zelda tier list series. So we did another tier list, but on the Zelda game.
Uh,
And that was just
C
me and
tier.
Hylian.
Okay, that's why I don't
Was
remember
I
that.
was yeah? I was gonna say like, am I in that one? I
No.
haven't played Zelda games.
No, it was
We'll
just
leave that one
us.
at your discretion, Jin.
And so I just put that at the top of C tier because it's probably better than any of our other tier list videos. All right. And then the cups, which we already talked about, and then back to you guys with difficulty in video games, which I believe was you and Pug.
Yes, an interesting discussion. I think. I I think
I'm
I
not
it
entirely
was
sure we actually had a
conversation.
coherent conversation. Honestly, we kept getting off topic the entire video.
So where would you put it?
As for
Well, this
me,
isn't-
top of B
well,
tier.
keep in mind this isn't the Let's Bully SRJ video. This is a different one. It's not that one.
Yeah, this is
Like that one-
difficulty in
that
video games.
Yeah, we brought up like we brought up difficulty in video games a little bit during the Let's Bully SRJ one, I think.
Yeah.
But like difficulty in video games, I don't remember the conversation too much. I like the idea. I don't think we did it that well though.
So where
Yeah,
would you
no,
guys
maybe
put it?
bottom of B tier actually.
Bottom of B tier?
I think the
Yeah.
Soulsborne game, the Soulsborne video was just a better version of that.
Okay. All right. Next up is Mario 64, or sorry, Mario Kart 64. And then we have our Super Mario Bros. Movie review discussion, which obviously I think we know exactly where we're putting that one.
Yeah,
Bottom of S here.
there you go.
Which one is that again? Say the
what?
thing again.
The review
video?
like the review of
The
the Mario
reviews
movie
for the movie, yeah.
Oh, review of the Mario movie. Yeah, no, I
with
missed that.
JW and Hylian.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
was
that-
again another large panel, but we didn't. We were just talking about the movie. We were just shooting the shit, which is a lot better than a top 5 or a tier list with 6 people.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So a lot
Yeah, that's-
better maintained to have 6 people in that case, but it worked out. And obviously
That's a
one
good
of our
video.
better. It's just the thing with that video is that it's associated with good memories, and again, same reason why Paper Mario is up there, right? Because for you it was like that moment, right? And then this we saw the movie together. Same thing with Sonic, but like it's Sonic.
It was
This
one
is
of our best
Mario.
videos.
And it's Mario.
distinctly
Where it needs
remember
to be.
going. I distinctly remember walking into the movie theater late.
Yep.
Like,
yep,
Yeah,
really
really
late.
you did. We were
I
all
don't know
late.
if I went into this, but I found out
I was
why.
late.
I
Liam was
remember
late.
figured out why what was happening is because my family, who is using the same rewards bundle thing that I was for
Yeah.
cheaper movie popcorn, they were seeing the movie at the exact same time in a different theater.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, next up was the Super Circuit tier list. I already talked about it. Then I released the super cut of both the cups and the tracks for Mario Kart 8, the base game. And then after that was the Tears of the Kingdom review with me, Hylian, and our special guest Daniel Alba of GBG. So I think this was a
I'm
great
still-
episode as well. I loved Tears
still-
of the Kingdom. What's that?
I'm still mad you didn't let me in there. I
I'm
wanted to be
sorry,
on that
I'm
one.
sorry. I think schedule complications happened.
Yep.
But
No,
I
but
would
right.
say this is
You found
probably
out later after the video came out, like you actually played Tears of the Kingdom. What do you
Oh, yeah.
mean?
I didn't even know you played it.
Yeah, I was like, you
yeah.
played this game?
Yeah.
Wow, you were shocked.
Yeah.
I was too.
But I would put top of A tier for that. It was a great discussion. I love Daniel. Daniel's great. Um, so yeah. Next up is our 1.20 Trails and Tales. Uh,
Eh,
eh. And
bottom of C.
yeah, I think it's better than our tier list videos though.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean we still haven't even made a trials video yet, so that tells you how much we enjoyed this one. So, all right.
They didn't really add a whole lot.
All right, we had the Mario Kart music quiz, which I don't remember who was on this one. I don't think you guys were.
I was
was
not on this one.
It was Pug and somebody else, but this is gonna
Matt?
go actually in S tier. Oh, maybe it was probably Matt. This is gonna go in S tier above the original video because I found a good solution and I love the solution that I came up with. So, Bread, it was a great video, great execution. More quizzes coming soon, I promise.
What is the solution you speak of?
I made a video and the video has a timer in it and I compiled all the music into this video and all I have to do is play and pause the video for them. That's all I have to do. And y'all can hear
Nice.
it just the same because it's not coming through our mics like last time. So every time we talked is the only time that you can hear it. So,
Yeah, that was the only time I could hear it over Discord is when you guys were speaking.
yeah. All right. Next up is the Mario Bros. Wonder predictions video, like we had mentioned at the top of this video.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Again, it's a predictions
We have
video.
a lot more.
So I don't know where you guys want to put that one.
A tier. Honestly,
I
It was a
don't really see a
prediction
lot of value
video.
in that. I don't see a lot of value in that nowadays.
B tier. B tier. B tier. What am I doing? It is very late on our end.
I know it was my idea, but like I don't know.
I'd say like top of D tier. Like I don't think there's anything bad about it. I just don't see what there is to be gotten from watching it nowadays.
Yeah,
I don't remember what we talked about. I don't know. Maybe we had a bunch of really cool game ideas.
probably.
I don't. What did we predict?
How the game would be structured, 'cause that's about all we didn't know. All right, episode 29, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii multiplayer experience, S tier. No,
Yeah. We just. I say yeah. I said yes.
I think it's better than
We-
the
we-
Art of Let's Plays, but probably not as good as the Villains one.
I'd agree with that. Like we basically just talk about a single game the whole time.
Yeah,
It's nice.
but it was great because that Let's
We-
Play was
we-
amazing.
You know, just I'm really happy we're doing this because I'm realizing, like, you know, when we just sit down and talk about one game for an extended period of time.
Unless it's Mario
Like, there's-
64.
Yeah. Well, once again, I have to say, like, a game that I've actually played. I
Yeah.
haven't played Mario 64.
All right, next up after this was the sequel to the Zelda music quiz. It was Chris, our good friend Chris, and Hylian going against each other. Again, people that know Zelda music. And I made the video with this one, so S tier, just below the Mario Kart one, because I feel like that one went a little bit better. The 200 sub special. That was a stream and a discussion. And we had a cake, so that's top of S tier for me.
We had 2 cakes.
Yeah, and we made a cake. We forgot we baked the cake on stream, which was
I mean,
sick.
can we really
Yeah.
say we made a cake, or did we follow what Nick?
That's baking a cake. You follow the
baked it.
recipe. We baked it. It was gluten free or something.
We're sorry.
Milk free. Milk free.
I am not allergic to gluten, good sir.
Milk free.
Mel's great,
That's
bro.
definitely there's a lot of memories attached to that one. Even if the discussion
That
wasn't that
that was
good,
a subscriber
like
special.
look
I
at
think
look at the
I think it
live
was like
the
right
first live
before we went
stream.
to California too.
Yeah, so like look at the live stream, the first live stream that we did, episode 10, season 1. Nothing. It was just a shitty gameplay of TF2. This one, full blown live stream. We did something. We played a game, and we had a normal podcast as well. So I think we hit all the nails on the head for that one. And we had a cool cake.
Heck yeah, that's S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Dude, any podcast where I'm eating cake, like that's S tier. Look,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a
All
simple
right.
man. I'm easy to please.
Next up, we had the 200 sub special, episode 33, the DS, Mario Kart DS. We already talked about it. Episode 34, the Super Mario Bros. Wonder review video. This is different from our Let's Play video. This was just me and Brandon. It was supposed to have Hyland in as well, but he couldn't make it. But I love Brandon as well. I think this is going to go right next to Zelda, and I think I'm just a little more partial to Mario. So just gonna
Think
go a
that
little
way.
just above it. But Brandon's great. I love Brandon. You should check out GBG if you haven't. Anyways, Mario Kart Wii, talked about it already. And then we have predicting the Legend of Zelda live action movie, produced by Sony. That was Hylian and Matt. That was I think it was Hylian and Matt. Wait, who was it? It was Hylian and it was not me. I don't wait. Was it
It
me?
wasn't me.
It was it was me. It was me. It was the next video I'm thinking about. I think this is on par with. I think this is just a little bit better production wise. So I would say maybe it's. I think it's above random topics, but same tier as our previous predictions video.
You
For
know,
a
I
movie.
kind of wish. I kind of wish I was in that one. I'm a little curious. I
Yeah.
want to.
Watch that video.
Yeah.
Now you can.
Yeah, you know, I might have to watch that video now because I
Yeah.
want to see. Like, I feel like, because I've been talking about it, like the Legend of Zelda movie. I wish it was being made by Ghibli, or
Yeah.
Ghibli, however you say it. I feel like that's the best way to make a Legend of Zelda movie.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
All right, I gotta pause it again.
Young adult.
Anyways, back
He is
to the
wearing a
show.
dress.
All right, where
Hey,
did we
go back
leave
again.
off? Oh no, I skipped one of the greatest episodes. How could I do this? Going back to episode 24, Super Nintendo World.
Super Nintendo World.
If that's not
Let's
top of
go.
S tier, I don't know what else is.
Yeah,
Good
no,
question.
that is a
That was the greatest
top video.
experience of all time on this show. This
That
was
was awesome.
This was a defining moment for us. So
our most expensive video yet.
yeah. So if you want us to do it again, join our Patreon.
Yeah,
Because seriously, this stuff is expensive.
Yeah,
So
if you-
damn expensive.
if you want another video on an
Or we do
amusement
something.
park,
If you want us to go to Disneyland and then talk about it, we can do that. Or when the
We
Donkey
can talk
Kong
about Disneyland
expansion
game.
Or we can go to Orlando, which I think is gonna be different. I think. Or we can go to
Yeah, just-
Japan. Japan's probably
just-
better.
you know,
And we have a
Uh,
whole
like,
Japan thing. A whole Japan thing.
if you want us to do that,
Yeah.
send us
We're gonna-
money.
Yeah. All right. Episode 38, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. That was just Matt and Hylian. I think that was really well executed. I would say that's a.
I'll leave in your opinion, so.
I think it's definitely better than our top 5 video game music for sure. But honestly, they do well together. That was the whole point of it, to see if they could do a video together, and they did well. All right, Game of the Year 2023 discussion. This was us and Hylian.
And I again dropped the ball, and for that.
Do you want to just put it next to the Game of the Year 2022, or what do you want to do?
Sure.
I don't know, dude. 2023. I feel like better games came out that year.
So is it better than the Sonic episode though? Or is it
You
just
know,
better
that's-
than the 22 video?
I guess I'd say better than the 22 video.
Exactly. Okay, and then we had the 2024 prediction discussion. That was just me and Hylian. Of course, we talked about the Switch too, so that's obviously S tier. No, I'm just kidding. I'm literally just going to put it one above um last year's predictions. Which I
We should do a video about Pokemon fusions.
ooh, that could be fun.
Ooh.
Wait, where's the? Do you guys see the predictions for 2022 or
Uh,
23? Sorry, 23.
Yeah, I don't.
Prediction. Oh, I see it. It's next to Minecraft mobs.
No. Oh, it's above it. Right. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, now we're going to be entering season 4, which has only just begun. Okay, so we have the cup tier list. Actually, nope. Ignore that. It hasn't come out yet. We have episode 41, 4 years of the Crazy Cat podcast. This episode was garbage. I don't know. What do you guys think about the 4-year anniversary episode?
What did we do for the 4-year anniversary again?
We just talked about our first episode, I think.
Yeah, no.
Better than Mario Wonder.
I'd be tempted to say D tier. Doesn't sound like we talked about a whole lot.
Yeah.
Just our first episode.
Yeah. We
I mean,
talked
that's
about it for an
fun.
hour.
Dang.
uh,
Actually, no. I'd say C. I'd say C.
like bottom of C, worse than the tier list.
if you care about us and you're interested in us, this video means a lot to us
Yeah.
because it's our experience.
It's literally
But
4
if
years
you're
to the
just
day.
here for the content,
Yeah.
like I don't blame you if you're just here for the content. Like
Yeah.
you give us some numbers, great numbers.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe.
All right. Next up
Alright, this is gonna drive me
is
bananas.
the 3D World multiplayer experience. I think this is better than Mario Wii. Do we agree, or do you think it's worse than Mario Wii?
The 3D World one.
Yeah, the 3D World multiplayer experience.
I feel like there's more to say about that. I feel like that was more interesting
Than Mario Wii. So where I
than
put
Mario Wii. Not necessarily that I like 3D World more than the other, but I think we had a lot more to talk about, a lot more
Yeah.
interesting
it,
discussion.
and that also included Pug, I believe. So, I think Mario Wii included Joe. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Huh,
So
I
the next
figured
2
that'd be a lot more
episodes.
funny.
I think the next 2 episodes you guys can take the floor because I've been talking a lot. Episode 43, an actual crazy episode, bullying SRJ.
Yeah.
D tier.
Oh.
Hey, let's
That-
give it some dignity.
You
And
guys
give it
can
C
talk
tier.
about it, but I'm giving it bottom of S tier.
Hey, I don't know if you, Jet, I don't know if you ever did actually believe us, like me and Pug. But we legitimately never discussed bullying you beforehand. I just made that up on the spot because it was funny.
Because you ended up
It's
not
just
having a
37.
coherent episode.
Yeah, dude, that
Just
episode
37.
was
It's
incoherent.
not 30.
It was just a conversation between us.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun. I liked it.
It
It
was
was like
37 views. I feel like it should be a lot more popular on account of the fact that it was quite
It's one
possibly
of our
more
higher
popular.
watched podcasts, yeah.
yeah.
yet my-
So clearly, we just need to like talk and have like a conversation about something, anything, and it'll get views. And
Yeah.
I think that's what that video shows us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Bottom of
that's
S tier.
yeah, let's go.
All right, episode 44, the Soulsborne games. I've never played a
Hang on,
Soulsborne
I gotta look at
games.
this. Oh crap.
The Soulsborne games.
Where are the
I don't
the
think-
Soulsborne
I don't think I
episode.
was in that one.
So it was
24 views.
It was Jet,
I
Pug,
feel
and
like
Joe.
I should have been doing this.
It was Jet,
Yeah,
Pug, and Joe.
Yeah, we were mostly just discussing It was basically a repeat of the. I think we spent like 20 minutes, like the first solid chunk of it, just trying to figure out what defined a Soulsborne game. And then we discovered it's Soulsborne actually refers to Souls Light, and we've been calling it that the whole time. And wow, yikes, we felt pretty dumb for that one, or I certainly did. I can't speak for them.
Where would you put it on
Anyway.
the tier list then?
Well, it was absolutely a great episode. Probably around A tier or S tier. Like one of our
A what? Where in A? Top 5 Smash
Actually-
characters, Mario Wonder review, Zelda review, Twilight Princess, top 5 video game music.
I think the Zelda predictions.
Above Zelda predictions.
Yeah.
All right, fair. All right, episode 45. Goodbye Wii U and 3DS. This was just me and Hylian just talking about the fact that the Wii U and 3DS are dead. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this bottom of B because it was a good episode, but like it was just a quickie. But we also need more in B tier. So, all right. Episode 46, the Super Mario Bros. Wonder multiplayer experience. Honestly, thinking back retrospectively, I mean, we had one of our greatest moments during that Let's
Yes.
Play. But honestly, I don't think it was better than the 3D World discussion though. In terms of like the actual episode, there was like not much to talk about. I mean, we're like, yeah, it's like finally we got a good Mario game. I don't know. What do you guys
Right,
think?
finally. What do you mean finally?
Finally,
Well,
we got a
good
good
2D Mario
yeah.
game. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, I liked it. I thought it was good discussion. Like I distinctly remember talking about the power-ups with Jet.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that was good conversation there.
All right.
Aye. Aye.
I mean, the power-ups were good. And like we covered like pretty much just overall like the game. It was a good game.
Yeah. All right. The next 2 episodes are Mario Kart ones, which again I already placed those. And finally, episode 49, Tears of the Kingdom 1 year later. That was a discussion purely between me and sorry, my bad, Jet. Sorry, I skipped one. We talked about the top 100 Opera GX video game OSTs, which is a joke video, and Jet hated it. So I'm gonna put it. Shout out to Chris. We love you, Chris. But the Opera GX episode was not good at all. That was definitely a D tier. That was a 2.5 hour romp of bullshit. And I hated that. And then the Tears of the Kingdom 1 year later, top of B tier. It was
Absolutely.
a good video.
Solid video.
And then where would we place this video? Bottom of D tier because it was awful. I hated going through the old videos that are terrible.
Yes. Oh my god, this was so long and so
Which video?
This video,
one.
the one we're doing right now, episode 50.
Oh, this one? Oh, yeah, this video.
This video was awful. Top of D tier.
I think
absolutely
This was
brutal.
2
I think
hours
I'd
long,
put
by
it-
the way.
I mean, yeah, I'd say I'd even say go back to the 4-year episode where we were discussing being on Crazy Cat for 4 years, doing that for 4 years, rather than this one. But this is like in the same vein.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say top of D tier.
This was your
Aye.
idea, by the way.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
blaming you.
I'm
Yeah,
blaming
you
you
asked for
too.
an idea and I gave you one. Yeah, this
Alright.
is what I came up with.
Alright, we
but
need to do
yeah,
it more.
This is
I think,
okay,
I
so
think-
now that you've skipped to the very end of the video, you can see our entire tier list, and now
Yeah.
you know what to watch.
So I think to
Please,
kind of
please
round
like and
out the
subscribe.
video,
so we know what to
Um,
do.
To round out the video, I'm gonna show the whole thing on screen here if I can. But I think to kind of sum up, like, you know,
There they are.
what we should do going forward is we learn from our mistakes, and we know what works and what doesn't work now that we've gone through this, and we can now have our meeting and be like, okay, we're never doing a tier list ever again.
Thank Christmas! I'd yell if I wasn't afraid of waking up Mom.
And we need to bring back doing solo game discussions, just better than the Mario 64 one. And I love to make more quiz games things, and I mean that's what I took out of it. What did you guys take out of it?
Yeah, I mean, I
fun.
personally have no problems with tier lists. I just don't want to make. There's just a risk of it taking like a
I know.
really, really long time.
Yeah.
And when that takes a really, really long time, maybe we need a shorter list. And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I hated this. I want to go to bed now, and
Goodbye.
Hey, guys, happy 50th video.
happy 50th, technically
Oh,
82nd video.
Oh boy.
Waluigi.
Waluigi and Boomers. If you guys stuck
Okay,
with us,
Boomer.
if you guys
Thank
stuck
you.
with us for this entire video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, join our Patreon if you enjoy the content, and join the
If you've
Discord
been
if
here
you want to
since day
join the
one,
discussion, or
thank
give us
you.
ideas for videos, unlike this one.
Please give us something else to talk about so we never have to do a tier video again.
And yeah, we will see you guys when we do another tier list, and it's the final tier list video that I've already recorded and edited. It's
Wow.
already uploaded, but it's technically the 51st episode. So thanks for suffering with us. We'll see you guys next time.
And thank you for your boundless patience.
Adios.